Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network. I thank you so much for coming in and checking us out this week. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Prime Real Estate Ric. I would always like to remind you, for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, investing, I urge everyone to go by our website at brooksanddavis.com. This is a great episode this week. I'm really excited. I want to take this opportunity for any new entrepreneurs, new business owners, anyone who's interested in marketing towards new home builders or new home owners or general homeowners in the greater Houston area in general. Please, let's tag them, text them, call them, and make them aware that this is the episode that I think they would get a lot of bountiful knowledge from a lot of great guests. This week, as our guests, we have a return guest to the Prime Real Estate Network. You may remember her as our guest from episode 5 entitled Your Life, Your Legacy. Today, sitting in and hosting with me is Miss Patricia Creswell of Peak Legacy.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. As you know, I love coming to hang out with the Prime Real Estate Network. So many things have gone on since I haven't been here in the last 8 weeks, but I was so happy to come back and share the wealth of legacy talk with you guys.
You know, it's been a couple of months since your first appearance, and I'm sure everyone who's seen your episode or is watching today is really interested in what's been going on with you and how your business has been building. So could you share a little bit with us, please?
Well, I've been doing a lot of speaking engagements. I've definitely been talking to the people. I've been boots on the ground during my reconstruction period, and I just really want to throw up a few celebratory balloons today because I got a grand opening that I'm so excited about. We moved downstairs to a larger office, so we are now at 10333 Harwin Drive, Suite 330. Come by, check us out. Definitely offering a wide range of financial products now: credit restoration, notary services, investment products, insurance, of course. Let's build those legacies.
You know, I'm super excited to have you back, not only because the positive response that we had from your first appearance, but your energy and your aura and everything that you bring to the table. I hope that our listeners and viewers can actually feel your positive vibe and energy, because it's so uplifting. And I know your clients, your people that you work with and business partners, I'm working under the assumption that they all feel the same thing. So thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
I must ask you, I have
Here
to
we go.
ask you about the hat.
Here we go.
No.
Okay.
Because I promise there are people, friends, business partners, colleagues, who will either while we're on air or when we're off air ask me about Ms. Patricia Creswell's hat today. So please,
Right. So I'm wearing a classic from 1945. It is actually my grandmother's that was passed down to me. And because Rick is definitely such a person I look up to, I am paying homage to him today. And I decided to pull out the hat. And we did not plan this, but we're matching.
I
so.
wish we had. I wish we had. I want to thank you again
Yes.
for making time in your schedule to sit in with us today, because it's always an honor and a pleasure. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Everyone, and without any further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest today. Not only does this fine gentleman serve the Greater Houston area as a member of the Greater Houston Builders Association Sales and Marketing Council Board, but he's also the Vice President of Marketing for Paradigm Title. If you are in the business community in Houston, in the real estate community, you may have had many positive encounters with this gentleman, but for the prime real estate audience, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. E.L. Craine. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. I appreciate you guys for having me. It was kind of a shock when I got the conversation, but I appreciate being here, though.
Oh man, I wish it wasn't a shock. I'm really looking forward to the day where someone like yourself can expect to get the call from us.
Right.
Because someone like yourself should have been sitting around thinking to myself, like, when are these young brothers gonna give me a call and get me on this show?
I tease Larry all the time. Like, I don't know why you forget the disgruntled black man all the time. So,
Hey, no. And I want you to tease him even more when you see him next for not sitting in, because we are gonna actually blow the lid off this week's episode.
wow.
Because a lot of times, Mr. Craine, and please let me know if you agree or disagree, when you are a new entrepreneur
Right.
and you're transitioning from corporate America to staking your own claim and carving out your own path, marketing, promotion, and where to invest dollars can be some of the biggest initial decisions.
Absolutely, without fail.
And that's why I feel like it's invaluable for someone like yourself with such experience in marketing and sitting on the board with the Greater Houston Builders Association. You help people spend their dollars where it's going to be most effective.
Absolutely, because, I live in a world of if they don't know you, they can't buy you.
Absolutely.
And so if you have that platform to go on, and it's all about what's your tag? What do you believe in? How do you believe? And what I believe in most of all is building business is my business. So you have to always create business at all time, because if you see me, it's what is he up to now?
Right.
Or how did you get involved with that? Well, the first thing is you got to ask.
Absolutely.
But then again, it's not the ask, it's the propose to ask. So I always teach my classes when I teach, propose, don't ask. Put it on paper, give them something to read so they know that you have researched and created an environment for mutual success, because collaboration is the be-all, end-all to being successful.
And it's amazing. And Ms. Creswell, let me know what you believe as far as business building for those new entrepreneurs. I know a lot of times when you're starting off and you're trying to build business and you want to establish yourself as an expert in your chosen field,
Right.
it can be difficult as far as finding out which entities to align yourself with.
True.
Which entities will help you present yourself in a way where you are an expert, where you can be trusted, where you can show that you are aligned yourself with like-minded individuals, so that throughout every part of the process,
Right.
not only just when I'm working with Mr. Craine directly, but anyone he refers me to is of the same quality and expertise as Mr. Craine himself.
But it's credibility building.
Absolutely.
It's all about credibility building. So you have to spend your time building your credibility. One of the things I like to tell people all the time, I'm an organizational marketer, so I'm a part of multiple organizations. And people say, how do you go to all those organizations? I says, I go, but I don't stay. It's basically you in the room to meet somebody of strength.
Right.
And access. You engage, you plan something with them one-on-one later on. Go to the next thing, same dynamic. Meet somebody of access. So I'm able to maneuver the city that way because I don't stay. I'm not there to see who can outdrink who. I'm not there to see who can out-eat who, or the gossip of the week. You, in building your brand and building your credibility, it has to be that you are a professional at all times, because my late father used to say all the time, when you leave the house each and every morning, be prepared to meet the most important person in the world that day. And you're not going to get another chance.
And the thing about it is, because for everyone who has the opportunity to view our podcast or listen to us every week, the thing that I always try to press upon people is that what I'm trying to do, and what Larry and I try to do with our platform, is open up our personal network of business professionals to the public.
Absolutely.
Thus, the Prime Real Estate Network. Because when someone works with me as their real estate agent or their real estate professional or as an advisor, someone like yourself is who I'm going to go to for statistics,
Right.
for proper mailing lists, for the best way to market a listing,
Exactly.
or some of the best areas to take a potential buyer.
Yeah.
And the thing is, could you just speak towards how your role with the Greater Houston Builders Association makes you privy to some statistics and information that most real estate pros or people who just research online would never have access to?
It's about data.
Absolutely.
It's totally about data. And see, one of the things that I teach the builders, the realtors, the lenders who are in my classroom is that data is the key to everything. And the shortfall comes this way. I don't believe it's ever a slow time in real estate.
Never.
I think it's a lack of awareness in real estate.
Right.
So when you go through that formula, when you have your listings, you spend your time marketing the house.
Right.
Okay. Spend your time targeting the buyer to buy that house.
Absolutely.
That's what's behind closed doors. And so when you look at it that way, then you say, where are the trends at? And what are the trends based upon? So the average person can name, in the real estate industry, 25, maybe 30 builders.
Right.
There are 1,167 builders in the Houston marketplace, 5-county area, 1,100 plus builders. So what happens is agents are deflected by free margaritas and fajitas. Okay?
Happy hour.
Exactly. Happy
hour.
hour. Oh, we got
Happy
drinks
hour.
over
Market
here.
drinks,
No,
happy hour
It
margaritas.
is
That's
a
why I say,
Houston
go, but
beat.
don't stay. You want to know what's out there. You want to ingratiate yourself to individuals who are going to create opportunities for you versus,
Ones that want to socialize.
there you go.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love you and all, but I don't care where you bought those shoes from. Okay? I don't care that so-and-so went over here. My attitude is, you got a deal, go get another one.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you don't have another one, let me show you how to get another one. And that's what collaboration and outreach is about. You have to collaborate with those around you to facilitate greater opportunities for everybody at the table. You don't have to eat all the bread. You just need a piece of it.
And it's what
Right.
makes that so
Good
profound
deal.
is that there are so many, especially new business entrepreneurs,
Yeah, definitely.
who feel as if I have to keep everything for myself.
Oh,
I gotta hoard.
Right.
I gotta pocket it away. I gotta
Right.
stash.
That's right.
And the thing is that the more you're open to sharing ideas, philosophies about macro when it comes to real estate, even the micro,
Right.
what you'll come to find out is that there's a vast resource of people in your immediate
Right.
in your immediate friend pool, immediate
That's right.
business partner pool. And it's just that sometimes as entrepreneurs and business pros, we don't necessarily what they like to call self-scouting in sports.
Right.
We don't take enough time to look back at ourselves,
Right.
review our own game tape, and see where we can improve.
Where's your strength, where's your weaknesses? And, you know, like the three of us here at the table, what we have a tendency not to do is understand access, all right? Access, and this is a component, access by extension.
Right.
I like everybody in my classroom to take out a piece of paper, write down 10 names. And then you contact those 10 people to introduce you to 10 names. And then you take those 10. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000.
Right.
You have just increased your access exponentially just by starting with 10 names.
Right.
It's not what we don't know, it's what we ignore.
Oh, wow. That's
What is
deep.
right in front of our face.
That's
Right in front of
deep.
our face.
Can't see the
Right.
forest for the trees.
Exactly.
Right.
Because we're so busy trying to be important
Right.
that we don't realize we already are important.
But
Right.
I want to do something right now, Mr. Craine, that some people may call a bit risque.
Okay.
This may be different.
Okay.
But I want to put all the business pros, I want to put them on notice. I want
Right.
all the entrepreneurs. I
Right.
want all the realtors. I want all the mortgage people. Right now, who should already be in your voicemail hoping to sit down with you and talk stats? What type of business pros should already, someone like yourself, going and getting involved with the G.H.B.A, going through those stats, studying Metro Study, as a business professional in the city of Houston, what types of pros should already make something like this a foundation of their marketing?
A professional.
Oh wow, that's deep. That's super
A
deep.
professional. This goes over all spectrums, all careers, all dynamics, because at the end of the day, business is about outreach, resourcing, and access. So a professional should always seek to be more professional from this day to the next day to the day after that.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
So think about it. You spend all that time. You've done home buy workshops.
Yes,
they
absolutely.
bring me out to do home buy workshops, and I'm quite sure you have too, right?
Oh, yeah.
I tell people I'm the last person that talks in the home buy workshop because on the title side, when you get the title, you get to do the happy dance.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, you get the check over here, you get the keys over there, so you get to do the happy dance. But how do they get to the happy dance? You can't have anything in this life without sacrifice. So what are you willing to give up?
That's
So
deep.
now when you're talking to the consumer about sacrifice to own, one of the things I like to talk about, I say, do you go to concerts? Everybody in the room raise their hand.
Right.
Okay. I said, do you buy an outfit? Mostly everybody in the room raise their hand. You know what I tell them? You know they can't see you, right?
Don't even know what you have.
They don't
on.
know what you have on.
You
Or
mean to
just-
tell me Jay-Z and Beyonce
they
not on
can't see
stage
you.
judging
They
everyone's
can't see you.
outfit?
They can't see.
Stop
No,
it, Mr. Craine. I wore my fanciest boots when I went to see J&B at Minute Maid Park.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying they can't see you. So
Wow.
people don't take that into account. Now I'll give you something. Now this is how not in tune I was. I didn't even know that concert was here until it was after it was gone.
Wow.
Had no clue. I work for a living.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Somebody, what was the issue? The OTR, right?
Yeah,
On the
I
run,
think
yeah.
so.
On the run
Yeah.
two. On the run two.
Well, I don't know anything about one, so
Right,
okay.
right.
So people say, well, you didn't go to OTR, and I'm like, what is OTR?
Right.
You know,
Right.
and then I'm seeing all these posts in social media. Yeah, OTR, blah 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 blah. Don't have a clue.
Right.
But this is what I remember on that day. That the day of the concert, I had a meeting with a developer, securing the listing for my agents who I work with for all 60 lots on the houses that he's building in the $400,000 range.
Exactly.
That's what I remember I was doing on that day.
Right.
So you giving a billionaire money, I'm trying to make some.
Develop and make
Absolutely.
it.
And you know, I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up because we were talking about housing and how you assist real estate professionals
Yes.
in acquiring lots, even though that may not be necessarily something that you're going to do on the front end, front
Exactly.
lines.
I won't have anything to do with it.
And that just speaks to your selflessness and how you have a nature that's built on collaboration.
Total collaboration.
People use these buzzwords in business, and I
Right.
think a lot of the
But they
time
don't live them.
They
Right.
don't live 'em.
Right.
They don't
They
live
don't
collaboration.
live 'em.
They
They
don't
don't
live
live 'em.
collaboration.
They don't live them. They don't live them.
Because you know I'm really excited, and I think this will be the best opportunity that I would have to announce it. But we're rolling out for 2019 what we like to call the 100 Homes in Houston initiative.
Right.
I want to find and help 100 renters
Right.
to transition themselves from apartment living
Right.
to home living.
Right.
Because statistics show that when you have a family and the family isn't crowded in a small living area with more space, more areas to have privacy, to learn, to read, to
Right.
expand, it helps not only parents but children. Because right now in the state of Texas, they have what is called a right to purchase program
Okay.
that I don't believe nearly enough professionals
Right.
in the city of Houston and in Texas in general take advantage of. So for anyone, and I'm speaking directly to the Prime Real Estate Network audience,
Right.
if in the next 30, 60, 90 days, you're up to renew a lease or your lease will be expiring, before you renew that lease, give us a call. We have a new hotline for the 100 Homes in Houston program. That number is 469-431-0495. Once again, that number is 469-431-0495. Give us a call. We'll be able to discuss the right to purchase program with you. We can go over areas where we have beautiful homes that are currently for sale, not homes that are for lease. These are beautiful homes that have custom features, corner lots, larger backyards,
Right.
Wow.
and you can
Phenomenal.
move into these homes for the same rate as a comparable rental. And it's almost as if this information is hidden on purpose.
Yeah, but see, no, you said 100. I'm gonna say 500.
Oh my goodness, that's
Uh-oh.
why I love you.
He
Mr.
just
Ray.
multiplied it, guys.
And I'm gonna tell you why I say 500. See, it's those who are listening, but we just talked about access by extension.
Yes, sir.
Tell others.
Tell
So
others.
now,
Right.
but we can also reach out our own based on on demography. All right.
Yes.
So as I told you before we went on air, we can identify these renters for you through what I do from a collaboration, marketing, outreach one. You give me requirements, household income,
Yes.
credit score,
Right.
what they're currently paying in lease. We can pull that data for you and our realtor watchers and listeners right now
Absolutely.
to facilitate 500, not just 100. So if you want to bring other realtors into your sphere in that regard,
Absolutely.
I'll run all those custom dynamics through you
Absolutely.
and Larry and Mike. It's just
Wow.
that simple.
Oh, my
It's
goodness
collaboration. Now watch this here. I have no expectation of 100% because that's delusional. I want to participate. So if I get 20 or 25%, I get to still do the happy dance.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. You're still
Positively.
winning.
Exactly.
Yeah,
all the way
absolutely.
through. And so that's
Absolutely.
what people don't understand. You don't have to make money on every transaction. You need to be part of every transaction.
Absolutely.
So if I pull all that dynamic, I'm a part of every transaction. So when the opportunity is for you to advocate for me,
Right.
you're going to advocate for me because I have a very simple philosophy when it comes to working with people in collaboration. If you ride in the canoe with me, you get to ride on the yacht.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Positively.
If you jump out the canoe, I hope you drown.
Hey,
Hey,
you
what
heard
they-
that philosophy, guys?
No, what makes it is so funny, it just brings so many thoughts to my mind about you got to be there from the beginning to be there at the end. Or when Drake said, "Where were you when I was shooting in the gym?"
Come on now.
No, but those things are important.
Right.
Because when you're building a team,
That's right.
your team, as the business grows, everyone's business grows.
And you don't need to like your teammate either.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
You don't need to like your teammate.
No. Could you please elaborate? Because there are so many people, Mr. Craine, that I believe only get into business partnerships with family members, personal friends, and they don't necessarily see the growth that they want because they're not branching out their sphere of influence.
Right.
I have an uncle, my late uncle. He used to say things like, "Be what you is." Oh wow. Know who you are.
Come on, stop.
But most importantly, what's the value of an enemy?
Well, they said
Interesting.
What's the value of an enemy? I don't need to like you to make money with you.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I don't need to go to dinner with you or go to family functions with you
In
to
order
make
close
money
the
with
deal.
you.
Right.
I want to close the deal.
That's a common misconception. It's absolutely I think it's bred from naivete.
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
that's
Right.
where I think it's
Absolutely.
bred from inexperience and naivete.
Absolutely.
For someone to believe that every business transaction is going to be all sparklers and confetti falling and hugs
Jumping
and
through the
air kisses on
dandelions.
each cheek.
But you have to have
Right.
philosophies about it. My philosophy is very simple. If I meet 100 people, 50 people love me and 50 people want to run me over in the parking lot. That's how I look at it but those 50 that want to run me over in the parking lot, we probably can do business together.
Absolutely.
Your percentage is kind of low. You said 50-50 chance,
Yeah,
huh?
50-50. You know?
No, this is important because I want everyone to know. Today, you are getting a view behind the curtain. A lot of times, especially at Brooks & Davis Real Estate, there are so many things that we do when we are assisting homeowners in listing and selling their homes.
Right.
There are so many things that happen behind the scenes for buyers who are shopping for their first home.
That's right.
Or their first executive level home.
That's right.
And you're one of the resources that Larry, Mike, and myself have never hesitated to reach out to. And I thank you so much for being available.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I know someone of your stature has a busy professional and social calendar. And I know asking someone like yourself to block off some time in the middle of the day on a Thursday isn't always.
This is my wild card day.
Oh, well, I appreciate you. We got lucky. We got severely lucky. So for all the real estate pros, I urge you, reach out to Mr. Craine. We will have all his contact info readily accessible. If you are a homeowner and you've been kind of on the fence and you haven't really decided if you wanted to list your home and get it on the market, give us a call. Once again, I want to reiterate, you can all reach us now on the Prime Real Estate Network information line. That number is 469-431-0495. Let us know that you are considering selling your home, and we will go through all of the marketing research necessary to not only get your home listed at its best and most valuable number, but also make it so that you're not necessarily on the hook for having your home on the market for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days.
Right.
So definitely give us a call at any time. And once again, that number is 469-431-0495. Mr. Craine, and this episode is just like, I wish we had an hour with you. No, because
He's
right
dropping
now,
gems.
normally these things is that we have a certain organization to our shows.
Right.
But I want to break routine this week with you.
Okay.
Because I think right now, if you could, I want to talk just a little bit, because I know we're running out of time, but let's talk about how Mr. Craine evolved
Okay.
from young, wet behind the ears businessman
Right.
to the professional real estate business person that not only has his own thriving business, but also makes time for public service,
Right.
public outreach. Who inspired you? Who was your mentors?
My father, my stepfather, my mother, and my stepmother. They were all entrepreneurs. My father, my late father, was born in 1909. And he used to tell me and my siblings, I'm one of 15 children.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
he used to tell me and my siblings all the time, there is no room for complacency in this life because I survived this country at its absolute worst.
Oh, wow.
World War I,
Come on now.
World War II,
Come on
Korean
now.
War, Vietnam, segregation, lynchings,
Come
the whole
on now.
shooting match.
Right.
So my father said, you have no room to be satisfied for anything because you've not experienced
You
anything.
haven't experienced it yet.
That's
Come
deep.
on now.
Okay, so now the dynamic is Don't tell me what you can do. Show me.
Absolutely.
And he would always test us. He would test us with this. Like my favorite story to tell my father, he used to own a series of concert tour buses. And we would go do the tour buses and clean them on the weekend before they go back out on the road. Since I was the youngest son, he would always say, would you pay me for the job you just did? I'd walk right back out, go do the bus all over again. This went on for like 2.5 months.
Wow.
And the last time I said, yeah, I'd pay you for what I just did. He says, I've been waiting for you to have confidence in your abilities.
And your abilities.
And you know, that lesson there had to be something that served you well throughout the rest of your business career, because very few people know their own worth. And if you do not know your worth, the public will always undervalue you.
That's exactly right.
They will always undervalue you.
So that instilled fearlessness in me and a belief system that what I set out to do, I can do. And I'm not supposed to be judged by another person's view. I'm supposed to be judged by the success I put before myself. So you can't give me numbers that are going to exceed the numbers I give myself.
And you know, I mean, I've been blown away. Mr. Craine, please, outside of your everyday real estate business at your title company and serving with the G.H.B.A, how can a real estate pro, new realtor, new mortgage loan officer, a new broker, or a broker who's training new agents, how can they contact you and set up time for either networking, training, to pick your brain as far as these marketing techniques and using statistical analysis to better serve real estate sellers and buyers?
Well, you can call me 713-992-7460. That's 713-992-7460. Or my email address is elc@elcmarketingpartner.com. That's elc@elcmarketingpartner.com. So because I love teaching, I love training, and I love the outreach. And what most people don't understand is you can't be successful unless you share your information.
Please. Oh, my goodness gracious.
You got to share your information. And I've never, ever denied myself an opportunity to teach. Not deny somebody, deny myself, because when you go into a teaching environment, you're looking to teach and learn.
Absolutely.
Because you want to know who's in that room with you. You want to be aware of those things that you can incorporate. I tell anybody, I'll drag kicking and screaming into the 21st century with technology, but I do understand the value of it.
Absolutely.
Right.
So if somebody's going to show me something, show me. All right. Like when I came into the studio here, I said, wow, look at this here. I got the cards and everything. So because in my mind, how can this be incorporated in what I do on a daily basis?
Absolutely. And once again, I want to thank you so much for your time, because this episode, the knowledge and the experiences that you've shared with our listeners and our followers, I'm absolutely sure that there are people taking notes, getting your contact information, and we'll be reaching out to you.
I appreciate
But
that.
in the spirit of collaboration,
That's my word.
and no, seriously, in the spirit of collaboration, I also want to thank Miss Patricia Creswell.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
No,
You know what? Let me ask Mr. Craine just 3 P's real quick.
No problem.
And we kind of went over 'em earlier.
Right.
What are you passionate about? And what is your purpose? And then what's the plan?
Okay. I'm passionate about collaboration. Collaboration is everything to me because it's a resource to facilitate opportunity.
Right.
Okay. If I would have to say my plan is how you can spread this wealth of information to make everybody around the table just as full as you are.
Right.
Okay. I don't need to eat everything.
Come on now.
Okay. So then you add those things together, then you go with outreach.
Right.
Who are you reaching?
Right.
Then why are you reaching them?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we have a tendency to go where us is instead of going where us ain't.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. Right.
I go where us ain't. Put yourself into uncomfortable environments. Go where you're not accustomed to being at. My whole thing is, yes, you know ABC restaurant. Why don't you go over there to XYZ?
Right.
That scares you half to death because you look at the cars that's parked out front.
Exactly.
What you have to do is, what you have to remember, and this is for all agents and loan officers, put yourself in an environment that you're uncomfortable with. You have shown your courage by stepping through the door.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why you're welcome, because you've stepped through the door.
Right.
Oh, my goodness
I just
gracious.
wanted to make sure we touch
No,
that
no,
for my viewers.
That is so perfect. I want to thank
Yes.
Miss Patricia Creswell for sitting in as a guest host today, ma'am.
Thank you so much for
You know
having
you
me.
always have a seat here with us. I thank you so much for your spirit, your energy, your expertise.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
I want
having
to thank
me.
our guest, Mr. E.L. Craine. Mr. Craine, if I could so trouble you at a later date.
No problem.
To come back, because I'm sure I'll have requests for when you can get Mr. Craine back on the show.
Right.
So please. But on behalf of myself, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, the Texas Real Estate King, I'm your host, Ric Davis. I urge everyone, follow me on social media. Subscribe to the Prime Real Estate Network on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, and we're now also on Spotify. On behalf of myself, Ms. Creswell and Mr. Craine, thank you for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, and I'll see you all next week.
Absolutely. Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Yeah.